We all have our limits as players, whether the ceiling is high school backup or NBA star. In California, Ben Lyons met a man who made the most of his own ability as a pro and now helps a group of special kids redefine their limits through a unique program inspired by his own son.
Then jumping over the hurdles, coming back and do it again. Ready? Go. Let's go.
16-year-old CJ Goodson is just like any other kid who spends the weekends working on his game.
We usually do the bounce pass and the chest pass and the overhead. I do want to get better at my shooting, just as long as my parents don't give me any more advice.
The advice CJ welcomes comes from his coach, Stacy Mcalister. Like CJ, Mcalister first learned the game in Southern California. He was good, too. Good enough to play collegiately at a pair of Division II programs, Shadron State and Claflin University, and even professionally in England and Asia.
At what point did you realize that the NBA wasn't in your future?
High school. No, I knew, like, by high school, I was like, just through recruitment and certain guys are at a different level, I was like, I'm not going to get to the NBA. So I knew my path was a little different, but I never knew it would lead to this.
This is 5'11 Hoops, a weekly basketball and fitness program for children on the autism spectrum and with other special needs. Players like CJ have been coming to 5'11's camps since Mcalister began the nonprofit back in 2015.
This is my son. He's 6 years old, and pretty much I started all of this because of him.
Stacy's son Chase was born in 2011. By the time Chase was 2, Stacy's parents noticed some concerning differences in his development.
The eye contact. That's when I really got concerned, when the eye contact kind of went away. So we made the appointment, I actually went with him.
And then from there, that's when they were like, you know what, he's on the autism spectrum.
Stacy left the U.S. again to play in the small Asian country of Brunei. It was there the Special Olympics asked him to lead a clinic. The experience changed his career and his life forever.
Keep in mind, I never did basketball training, never did a clinic with special needs. Only thing I did was I took drills that I think every basketball player does, and I threw it out there, and the kids loved it, the parents loved it, and that's kind of when the big idea came about.
The big idea? A program that used basketball as therapy for kids on the autism spectrum. Mcalister called it 5'11 Hoops for Chase's birthday, May 11th. He posted flyers in the neighborhood, advertising early morning camps in Compton Parks, and recruited volunteers from his inner circle.
At the beginning, just trying to get somebody to, help them with it. I mean, you can't have 10 kids and you by yourself. So myself.
They're running all over the place.
Yeah, so we would go, then I brought my daughter, and, you might have a cousin.
His grandma, we all pitched in. It takes a village.
With the help of social media, the village has grown into a full-blown community. Mcalister now runs 2 camps each Saturday, divided by age. His players have a wide range of abilities, but Stacy and his staff make a point of challenging all of them.
I don't want to handicap anybody because outside of this, there's the real world. I push them just like I was training any other person. Keep going. There you go. You got it. A lot of these drills are hard for them initially, so once they go out into the classroom or just in the everyday world, they know how to cope with if something doesn't go their way, they're able to deal with it.
I'm scared. I can't make it.
You can do it.
They find it in themselves that they're able to do something that they can't do.
It's about self-esteem. It's about empowerment. It's about camaraderie. And they opened up. It makes you open up because you see that glow in their eyes.
It's a rewarding feeling. A kid can shoot 20 shots and make 1, and they're happy, and that makes me feel good.
Just as Mcalister had hoped, the growth his program has nurtured has extended outside of the gym.
He's more confident in himself. He didn't speak very well in group atmospheres, but now he talks all the time.
Sports teaches kids about life, and it's the same thing. These kids are no different.
Like his coach, CJ is unlikely to ever play in the NBA. But thanks to Stacy, the game has rewarded him in ways that he never expected.
He's great. He's my favorite coach in the world. That's how much I like him and mostly love him. He's the best, and I thank him.
I did my job, and if I could do it through basketball, I think that's probably better than any shot I've made, any championship I could have won or whatnot. I think this is way more rewarding than me playing.
Round 3. 1, 2, 3.
Good job. Give me some.
Mcalister says he hopes one day to build a facility dedicated to 5'11", a place that can provide speech therapy and tutoring in addition to basketball skills.